Hello, everyone. It's time to secure the bag. Right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's session. Thank you all so much for all of the feedback. God bless you guys. I'm so happy to be a blessing. And I bless God for every one of the speakers who have accepted to come and share with us. So when you guys are praying for me, I am praying for all of them. All of them. And today is not going to be different. Today is all about securing the bag. If you know me, you know I'm very passionate about making money. I'm very passionate about living the good life. And there's nothing about wholesomeness if money is not involved. Because money controls a lot of things. Yeah, so... And then you know that in our pursuit of wholesomeness, there's no way we're going to ignore the bag, because the bag is very, very important. It's very important. Every other thing we're trying to, chase in life has a direct correlation with money and a direct correlation with how we, create wealth, manage wealth, and all of that. So I decided that it would be amazing to bring an amazing somebody who is so very resourceful, who has been a friend, a sister for so long, and somebody that, when it comes to asking financial questions for financial advisory, Tolu is my go-to person. So we're just going to wait in our usual style for under like 2 minutes. And then I'm going to see if Tolu is here already, and I will just quickly add her so that we can do our introduction. But in the meantime, please help us share this on your Insta story, share it on your WhatsApp story, share with everyone that you know they need to come and learn how to secure the bag. Share it with everyone you know. And by securing the bag, I don't mean, because I know that word has been bastardized, it has been used really badly. But I am hopeful that Tolu is going to throw a lot of light around, wealth creation, the management of money, and, just everything that, being wealthy and financially successful is about. So please share it on your Insta stories. Your aunties will not be happy with you. Your friends will not be happy with you. Your sisters will not be happy with you if they find out that, you've been coming here to come and, mop up all of this knowledge and you're not sharing with them. So please help us share it on your Insta story so that more people can hear and more people can learn. So that, we can all grow together. You're growing and you're not pulling your sister friends. You're not pulling your girls. It really doesn't make any sense. And I mean, we are families. Me and you guys are families. Because all the people that I have brought on here, I have personal access to all of them. And I could have just decided to just, keep them in my corner, make them my best kept secret, and take all the financial advisory and make all the money, create all the wealth. Tolu will tell me, Toyosi, don't invest in this, dollar is going to go to 700, don't do this, don't do that. And I can just keep all of that information to myself, and it's just me growing. But that would be so unfair. So as I have brought them, you also bring people, because the truth is, if each one could reach one and each one could teach one, what a beautiful place the world would be. And honestly, it's been so amazing, because the smallest things that we normally would not pay attention to is what, if you've been here since last week, you realize that every single one of the speakers says something that we all know about, but we don't pay attention to. Yesterday, Nkiru talked about how when you're praying for a husband, if you're not married here, you should pray for a kind spouse. And that hit me so hard, because honestly, while we were, trying to get married, of course, in being God-fearing, in being handsome, being visionary, being, forward-looking, and all of that was part of our prayer points. But honestly, I don't think anybody in my age range, who have married for 10 years and beyond, intentionally prayed for a kind spouse. If you did and you're here tonight, please, you can just let us know so that we can celebrate people like you, because obviously you actually saw it, before some of us. It wasn't something that I sat down to say, oh, a kind spouse. And when Nkiru said it yesterday, it really hit me, Tolu. that honesty. She said something. She said, a man who is kind to you is going to let you fly, and is going to let you, it will be willing to, take on the heart of, doing the things that the society and culture has said that you must do. And it made a lot of sense. It was so profound, so if you're just joining us for the first time, thank you so much for joining. My name is Toyosi Gregory-Jonah, and I am a mom of two. I'm a fashion entrepreneur and somebody who is very passionate about living a wholesome. It is very possible to be whole, to have it all, as far as you're the person who is determining what is all for you. Because the truth is, all for everyone is very, very relative. And in the course of the week, we started this last week, Wednesday, and it's been so amazing. Every single day, there has been a paradigm shift for me. I said yesterday that I've had a note that I've been writing. I write a lot because the truth is, what you don't write, you forget. And there's already a lot of information going around. You have to, be very intentional about what you allow into your mental space, what you allow to continue to hover around you, because these things, they form unknowingly, they kind of shape your life in a certain way. So we've had different people, and today, what exactly is awesomeness without the bad? Really, money does a whole lot. So I decided to bring a sister friend who is an amazing and resourceful human being. I've known Tolu for so long. Like, I've known Tolu for so long. And, instead of keeping this information to myself, I decided to bless all of you, because as it is right now, we're all family. So, yeah. So, Tolu, please, I would like you to introduce yourself, what you do, and, just kick it off by introducing yourself.
Awesome. Hey, hello everyone. Thank you so much, Toyosi, for having me. Thank you for having this conference. Thank you for sharing of yourself. And you're quite right. Like, you could very well have kept all this information, this network of people to yourself, but you're sharing it
Mm-hmm.
out there. And honestly, if each one would actually, reach out to another person, what an impact it would make. So I must celebrate you for that. Thank you so, so much. It's an honor
Thank
to
you
be here.
so much.
Yeah, I was just checking that my network, that the way I think I'm looking good on this side, that's actually how I look on the other side.
Yeah,
So
you
let me
look amazing.
go so I can switch it, by the way. So thank you again for having me. So let me introduce myself very quickly. My name is Tolu Dimma Okojie. I am a money behavior strategist, a business, an entrepreneur, and I like to call myself a real estate mogul because I also run a real estate company, a financial literacy organization, and a financial planning organization. And at the end of the day, because it looks like I'm wearing different hats, but they're all related. Because wherever the money is at, that's where you find me, girl. I'm not
That's where you
playing.
find Tolu. Yes. Yes.
So I'm also a mother of two beautiful daughters, two girls, two princesses. My wedding anniversary was actually on the 30th of April, just a few days ago, last Thursday.
That was my
Um,
birthday, actually.
Yes, I remember. So, and I mean, I think the biggest thing that is exciting for me really is the story of how my husband lost his job, several years ago. So, it's sad to see many people, go through the same emotions, the energy, the issues that we went through back then. And it was particularly difficult for us because we had a mortgage at the time. So my
Hmm.
husband being the breadwinner, it was now a case of, oh my God, we thought we're flyers working in international companies, and if there's anyone this could not touch, it was like, don't touch this, we're too fly like
Hmm.
that. But
Hmm.
it happened to us, and unfortunately that might be happening to quite a lot of people now. But we got out of that situation, thank God for wisdom, thank God for access to a network of financial mentors. I was training at the time, I just started training with my financial mentor at the time, and I was like, look, guy, we're always preaching this thing about getting out of debt, investing, building wealth. I need to see this happen for me now. And to the glory of God, thank God for knowledge and mentorship. We're able to get off that mortgage a few years after, paid off that mortgage, and started investing aggressively. And it's been a journey since that time, sharing our story with other people so they know they can do it. We could do it. And, like, even though everything is looking crazy right now, this is just another phase. We've been here, done that. We're going to pass through this. It's going to be okay. So that's a little bit about me.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tolu, for that introduction. Quite powerful. And I'm so glad that you already laid that foundation for everyone to hear. Because the truth is, it's so easy for people to come and speak big English that
Yeah.
that we really can't relate with, and I'm a sucker for things that I can relate with, things that I can actually I'm always saying that, listen, everybody can be successful and I can be happy for you, but honestly, if this success is not traceable, I'm not interested in it. Because the truth is this, you have to be living what you're trying to teach me. I work with fashion entrepreneurs, and every single thing I'm sharing with them, I don't need to point you to it. You can see it happening in my life. So it sort of gives credibility to whatever information I'm giving. It gives credibility to what I'm telling you, because I'm not telling you what I've read up. I'm telling you what I'm actually practicing and I am working with at the moment. So, I'm so thankful that you started from the angle that you started from. Thank you so much, Tolu. So, Tolu, I put the word out, and as with everybody else, we all want to hear about money. And honestly, you said something very profound right now, talking about how this situation right now, which is COVID-19, where it has placed a lot of us. Tolu, I will not lie to you. Some people right now are feeling hopeless because they are not even sure that their job is going to continue to be in another 30 days. And, especially, okay, let me give you an instance. When I was working in the bank, I have a couple of my colleagues here, and, I was one of those people whose risk appetite was quite low. Everyone was taking, we were young, we were just in the bank, they were giving us car loan, all this loan, all that loan. I refused to take any. And honestly, I'm not saying that I'm a better person than those who took it, but I was just of the opinion that if I had nothing to do with this money planned out, there is no point taking it, because really buying the car as at that time wasn't priority for me. And guess what? Every other person, like 90% of my set in the bank then, took the money and they all bought the cars. But it wasn't that I was smarter, but because I knew that if I wasn't sure what I was going to do with the money, I was going to get into trouble eventually. I mean, I was just fresh out of uni. I was enjoying life. I was still living in my parents' house. I was dating my husband then. So if I had that much money in my hand, I was going to be careless with it. Now, because what you are doing for us now, Tolu, nobody was doing it for anybody then. People were always ordering information. People were ordering this kind of training then. It was so, it was so, it was unattainable. It was so difficult to lay hands on people like you who were willing to share, even if for a fee, as at the time that we were, having access to that much money. Because the truth is, when you had that money in your hand, no plan, you would just blow it. So I put out word, and a couple of people sent me questions. They sent questions in saying that, okay, where they are right now, they're so afraid, they don't even know what to do. And, the little money they have, they can't even say, now money is going up. So, you know, it's not planned for. The real value of people's money is beginning to drop, and they're afraid. What can they do in this period? So I said, you know what? Tolu is going to answer this, but I'm going to start from the smallest of the questions, the most direct one, which says that what exactly is financial independence and how can it be achieved?
That's an excellent question, and thank you for that intro. I'm glad people got you got sent questions in because I have a few of my own. So financial independence, I don't, I don't like the word independence per se because I also think there are different abuses to it. What I've got is, I'll tell you what. I, as part of what I do, I have a free Telegram group. Right, the link is my bio. People can join in, and I'll share an article, a link to an article where I kind of explain the hierarchy of freedom. That's what we call it. So let me go through that, so that way you kind of filter where you are. I'm going to try and make it very brief. So at the bottom is financial dependency. Financial dependency is where your kids are. People.
Sorry, Tolu. Guys, I need somebody to be our scribe so that he
Thank
can
you.
please write out what Tolu is saying. Please, can somebody be our scribe? Please.
Awesome. Okay.
Tolu, you can
So
go ahead.
all right, thank you. Baseline financial dependence. That's your kids, toddlers, young adults, teenagers, people who are maybe just about to do NYC. They have no income coming in from what they do. So they are dependent on other people. If they ask for it and they don't get it, that's the end. No story. That's where everybody starts. And that's where unfortunately some people end, where they say my kids will take care of me. So they have no plan. They start with being financially dependent and they end there. That is not where you want to be. Okay. It's where we all start, even it's where we all start, but it's not where you want to be. The sorry, Eric. All right, the second level is financial security. Now, security is the one that confuses people. Security, exactly. About you want your job to be secure, you want future that is guaranteed. But in today's day and age, if there's anything that is secure, it's certainly not your job. Because the truth is, your job is attached to the ability of that company to be able to deliver products and services at a profit. For every bank, every business, anything you're thinking of, when they're talking of laying off staff, is that they're saying that we can't continue to make profit if we continue to have you on. It's not
Hmm.
personal, right? It's business. And I think that's the biggest language that black people on Africans, that's my issue, but that's my vision, don't understand. It's business at the end of the day, with some humanity to it, but business at the end of the day. So when you are working somewhere and they're telling you that nobody is buying products or services, the money we have has almost finished, I can't keep you on. So when you're talking job security, it's in back in the days where, we had the Ford Motors and Co. We had factory workers always working, but that's not happening anymore. So there's no such thing as job security. It's a false sense of hope because you are having enough money to pay your bills. So you are distracted that you are okay just because you're there. All
Hmm.
right. Then the second level is what people also think. I mean, we used to call it financial independence because people thought they had some independence, but it's false. So I call it something a little bit different from that. And the point of this level is it's called financial escape. The point of this level is you think you've escaped the rat race. You think that because your business or your job is giving you a lot more money than what you need for your basic standard of living, you can go on
Upkeep.
holiday to anywhere. You can buy a nice car. You can move to a nicer neighborhood. You have excess money, so that kind of confuses you that you're okay. You think you've
Hmm.
escaped. But the problem is like when someone escapes from jail, right? No, no.
Hmm.
Number two is financial security. Number three is financial escape. Thank you, Damilola. Right. So the point of escape here is because you have a little bit more than you need, you're able to invest and all that. You think you've escaped, but some of us will realize now that as one job is threatened or one business is threatened, or both the job and your business is threatened, you realize that you didn't actually escape the rat race. You're actually going down one
Absolutely.
level back to financial security, where you're like, let me just have enough to cover my standard
My
regular
daily
average
living. Hmm.
standard. Yeah, exactly. God forbid it gets worse. You move from financial security back down to financial dependency. And that's when you talk
Dependence.
about
Hmm.
they move back in with their parents, or they're squatting with their
Hmm.
siblings. That's what it is. Okay, so the next level from financial escape, where you realize that have you truly escaped, is financial freedom. Financial freedom is now saying, you know what, whether I work, whether I have a business that I'm actively involved in or not, I'm free. I am truly free in the real sense of free. All right, no one can touch me, no one can really touch this. Okay? I've got strategies that brings cash flow coming into my life, and I can't be worried. Then there's the last step, the peak of it, right, that most people miss out on, and that's inter transgenerational wealth. Rather, let me not use the other phrase. Transgenerational wealth. So a lot of us get stuck at financial freedom. That let me be okay, but I don't know about you. I would have loved if our grandparents were able to set it up that we didn't need to work. We were
I
working for
will. I would have been. I would have loved it, Tolu.
transgenerational freedom. That means it's transiting generations. You are consistently free from one generation to the other. And there are actually families like that where the truth is they're on the board. They need to do a few things, but understand how to spend your money and how to make it work for you. You're good to go. So I'm going to take it again from the beginning. Financial dependency, where you're dependent on someone. Financial security, which is the phrase our parents used to say that let there be job security, but it's a false sense of hope. Financial escape, where you think you've escaped the rat race because you have more
Hmm.
than your average need and you're living very comfortable life. We're looking at Toyo, for example. We're like, yeah, I want to be like Toyosi. She's living fly and all that.
She's
But God forbid something
traveling.
happens,
Hmm.
you step back another level. Then there comes financial freedom, which is the one we all know about having your assets generating income.
Income. Ah, internet. Don't do this. Internet.
So question
Be
is,
kind.
so now we talked about the different levels of
Tolu, we
freedom.
lost you for a second.
Oh,
We,
what was the last
we lost you
thing?
for a second. The last set of things you said, we didn't hear anything.
Okay, so I said, so financial dependency level one, financial security level two, financial escape level three, financial freedom level four, transgenerational freedom level five. So the
Five.
question is, at
Okay.
what level are you at? I've explained it. So you check yourself. You don't need to announce or put it here. Where do you think you're at? Do you think you're at job
Hmm.
security where you're just comfortable? Do you think you're at the freedom escape rather, where you think that, oh, you have a little bit more than what you need, so you're really quite comfortable out the mortgage, betting risky assets,
Ah,
but
Tolu, you might have to change your internet. Tolu, is it possible to switch your internet? It keeps breaking off. Guys, please be patient with us. Tolu, please, can you change? Is it possible for you to switch your internet? Okay, guys, I'm just going to hold on a second for Tolu to switch our internet and come back live. Are we still here, though? If you're still here, please hit the heart button. Let me know that you are here and you are getting value while we wait for Tolu to come back on. Internet, don't do us. Don't do us anyhow today. Please, I'm begging. Okay, great. Everyone is here. All right. All right. So I'm sure Tolu is going to switch back right now and she's going to join in. I hope you guys are writing. I hope you guys are writing. I hope you are writing. Please, what's that word? That financial escape felt like a slap. It felt like a slap. Tolu, what do you mean? What do you mean? But honestly, that's the truth. Because the truth is that we're at a place where, when people will say, "Oh, you're sitting with one half of your bum," if they remove the chair, you will fall off, and that's what's happening with a lot of people. Because now, a lot of people are going to fall off from that place where they think is middle class, and then they're going to fall below that. Because I mean, people are, of course, if the business cannot continue to be a going concern, then what happens? What happens? They lay people off, and if somebody is laid off, whatever they thought was their escape is now, if they're not careful, they are back to financial dependence. So I just hope that Tolu can join back right immediately and she can continue, because I have some really hot questions that I think it will be nice for us to ask her. And yeah, is she back? Okay, Tolu is not back. I'm sure she'll be back in a moment. She'll be back in a moment. This conversation is getting heated, and it's then the internet decides devil is a liar. We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We sit here today. Okay, I think Tolu is back. Yay. At this 204, I totally agree with you. Says it's a total, is crazy. It's absolutely mental. People are just praying. I saw some messages from yesterday. So many people were sending me messages that, oh my God, Toyosi, I'm so afraid. I don't know what's going to happen and all of that and all of that. But honestly, if we have the right information, if we are properly equipped, I feel like, the landing may be easier. Maybe, because I mean, if you have the right information, you know where to invest your money, you know the right kind of financial instrument to invest in, how to make decisions about the investment that you want to plunge into, so that you don't lose your money. Because the truth is that right now is also very, very risky, and because of the panic that is all over the place, it is so high. People can actually make mistakes in investment right now. You might have the money you want to invest in, but you just need to get the right guidance. Because if you don't have the right guidance, you will put your money in the wrong thing, because you are desperate, because you are afraid, because you are like, oh, this one that I have with me, let me not, go and hold on to it, and then this one will happen. Let me not do this, and this will happen. So honestly, getting the right information right now is really, really key. It's very key. So that at least, even if things are looking crazy, you know that whatever decision you make, maybe another year or two, when things start to settle back, you would be in a better place. Oh, internet, don't do this. We've had a really beautiful week. We've had a beautiful week. Meanwhile, while we're waiting for Tolu to come back, if you have any question that you want me to ask her and you didn't send that to my DM already, please drop it here so that I can take note of it, and then we can add it to what we're asking her. I already have, like, of course, I will always have a long list, but we just need to ensure that we get all of the questions that we need. Ah, Tolu, this internet. Bumi, you are crying. I know, right? Even me. Okay, she's back. Ah, so don't worry. I'm already asking you to join. Ah,
Oh, finally.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. It wasn't letting me send. Sorry
I don't
about
know.
that.
Sometimes this internet just decides to have a mind of its own. No, it's okay.
So,
We understand.
okay. All right. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So let's continue. You were talking
Okay.
about the hierarchy, and you were saying that people should now, based on the analysis that you've done, people should now look at themselves and say, you know what, honestly, this is where I am. And I'm not even trying to struggle out of there at all.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So I think that kind of answers your question on what is financial independence. I've kind of tried to break it down into different levels so you can see where you're at, and you know the distance from your position to where you want to be, whether it's transgenerational freedom or whether it's financial freedom.
Okay, great. But Tolu, somebody, the question was compounded actually. The person said, how can it be achieved?
All right. So what how it can be achieved is laser focus on what it is you want. So for example, when we first got the mortgage, our goal was not to pay it off in a few years. Our goal was to do the regular 20 years and pay it off. But because we you know after we lost the job and my husband was able to get another job a few months after the first time, and because he lost his job twice, one time and again they shut down the other company and let everyone go. So we've experienced this twice, but we are prepared the second time. So you know if we didn't tell you, nobody would know because we're now like stuff can happen. Wake up, get your stuff together, and know what's going on with you. So how can you do it? We became laser focused and aware that you know what, this life is not funny. Agree what it is you want. So for us, wait 2 years to be paid for this one property. We want to earn rental income from several properties, which means we need to pay this off as
God, no.
else was doing other things such as I'm going on the holiday. I'm not saying don't go on holiday. I just got back from one. My point was we became laser focused on, you know what, we're not going to change the cars. We're not going to upgrade XYZ. We're going to focus on putting our money towards funding this asset so that we can pay off the debt on it. Then from there, let's also prioritize other things. So we were looking crazy. We had friends in the bank saying, what's your problem? Why do you want to kill yourself like this? Why are you suffering yourself? Life is not this hard. Nobody is chasing you. But because we're clear that look, whatever what the Joneses are doing, what the Joneses are doing, that's not us. That's not what we want to be. So it became a case of prioritizing that. Okay, let's buy this. Let's pay off this asset. When we pay off this asset, let's buy another asset. When we buy this asset, let's look at businesses we can create to give us cash flow. It was a strategic financial plan. That is the key phrase there. Strategic financial plan. So when we're taking decisions, it was not based on everybody is driving a jeep now. Everybody is moving to the island. I remember talking to someone say, "Mita, I've moved to the island. Mita, I've moved to the island." And I said, "What has island got to do with your lifespan?" It's either it has to be strategic. It can't just be because everybody's doing that. If everybody's going to Dubai, does that mean now everybody must go to Dubai? It's not about that because the people going to Dubai, for all you know, some of the money from their asset, their investment is funding that bill. Then you are the one packing money left, right, and center to do that. Okay, so it's about having a strategic financial plan because that's what we had. That was the thing that motivated us, encouraged us, and made us say. I mean, even with this thing that's happened, I know people who, as part of their own strategic financial plan, was to exit employment and to start some businesses. Now that this is
Hmm.
happening, they are not as shaky as other people were because they kind of had a plan in place. And yes, the plan is not looking exactly like what they wanted it to be. But I mean, in terms of they were not expecting that demand would be low and all that. But people are pivoting. Heck, I just read now that Coca-Cola is in hand sanitizer now. I beg if Coca-Cola can do it. Is it BMW and co are doing
Exactly.
regulators? I don't know
You
who are we to say
you
I don't know
know
that thing. I can't learn about it. Let me just be where I am. We have to be innovative and strategic about it. Today I was sending messages to all my mentees and I said, excuse me, if you don't know, any young adult, even middle-aged adult that does not know have digital skills, this free time is the time for you to go online and be learning. I sent some of my team members some things and I said, duplicate it, I don't want to hear. And they already started doing it. necessity is the mother of invention. So the truth is, this is a time for opportunity. This is the time to be strategic. This is the plan to say, you know what, this is what I want out of it. Because guess what? Even beyond the people that are selling sanitizers, the digital world is going to implode. It's going to look like, oh my God, everybody's on Zoom. Even my father, old man, is on Zoom. It's like but Zoom has been there for a while. I've been using coaching my clients for a few years now, at least 3-4 years, and it's looking like, oh, Zoom. It didn't exist yesterday. They were prepared. They had a plan, and now that guy's value is growing because of it. People are trying to copy him and all that, but he's the leader in the market. Let's see how he can continue to innovate. So the question is, can you do the same thing in your business? Can you pivot necessarily? Can you move to something else? Can you see the opportunity? Can you take advantage of that opportunity? Can you make money from that opportunity? Because guess what? The new millionaires are about to be made. Money is changing hands. There's a wealth transfer going on as we speak. There is.
Thank you so much, Tolu. And I'm just going to say something about what you just said about people are pivoting. And honestly, I've always said this, that with growth, you can never be rigid. If you're rigid, you can never see the light. You can never see the light. And yesterday, one of the key words that Nkiri left us with is adaptability. Don't sit there and say, "Bye la shense." No, "Bye la shense" doesn't work. Because the truth is, nobody planned for Corona. Nobody planned for this situation. And honestly, Tolu, I said something to my friend here, Bumi. I said, Bumi, do you know what this Corona has done? Corona has come to expose us. You know how you are living in an environment and you are dirty, right? When you
Yeah.
have cholera, what does it do? It tells the whole world that this person, they've been living in a very, very bad, in a very bad
Very bad environment.
what was the word now? In a very bad hygiene environment. That's what Corona has come to do for a lot of us. That's one. Number two, when it comes to taking, drastic decisions, I always tell people, do not stick to what you know. Sometimes what you know might be the death of your business. It might be the
Limit.
death of your business. Don't stick there. Don't sit there and say, oh, this is how I've been doing it. No, and that's why I always say that it's important to have people around you who are forward thinking like you, so that when you are wasting time or you are leaving yourself behind, they can pull you and say, don't stay there. If Coca-Cola is doing hand sanitizers, right? Eco
Yeah.
Hotel all of a sudden woke up and they started saying, you know
Living
what, we're going
food.
to be doing delivery. So you have one small stove in your house, then you now come and say, oh, I don't want to do this. And also, I just want to also buttress the fact that digital is the way. Listen, guys, if you have a business here, especially a product-based business, and you do not have a website, please, I did not say IG page. You don't have a website that is functioning. This is about the time you want to get up and go and do it, because Instagram can even decide tomorrow to shut down. And when it shuts
To
down,
pivot.
there is nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. So when Tolu kept saying about, you have to be adaptable, because they didn't even expect that our husband was going to lose his job. And then he lost his job and they had to do something. So don't sit on your butt and say, oh, this is this. And digital is selling is very key. It's very, very important, because what he even does for you also, Tolu, is that it kind of, there's a way he does reduces your operating expenses, because if you are able to digitize things, right? Maybe I should even mention it here. One of my plan going forward, Tolu, is that I am analyzing my business with the physical store. And when I decide that this is no longer viable, I'm shutting it down, because the website
Yeah.
is doing amazing for us. It's
Yeah.
doing amazing, and it costs me less to actually even own that shop online than what I'm paying as rent in
Yeah.
Surulere, on Adenu Ogusanya, and all the other expenses that comes with it. So you see, there is no, this is how we do it, and you're just going to stick to it. People need to begin to embrace the digital world more than they are doing right now. So, like, this thing that you just said is so, 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 so valuable. Guys, I hope you are writing. I hope you are writing, guys. Now, Tolu, I want to go. Okay, you want to say something? Go on.
I was gonna say my 50-plus-year-old neighbor, she has her nest is empty, her kids are out of the house, and she was bored during this holiday. She went to work with a millionaire housewife, and she's now a virtual assistant creating websites for herself, her clients. She's pivoted, man. She
Whoa.
pivoted. So if she can do it,
Whoa.
why can't, I'm not joking. I've been telling her, I told her, I've been telling her, someone everywhere. If she can do it, why can't you?
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for that, Tolu. Thank you for that. Sometimes we need to hear the extremes of things to actually move.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to hear the extremes of things for us to move. Anyway, I'm just going to get off to the next question.
Okay.
So somebody said, Toyosi, please can you ask Tolu what savings and investment options can be explored right now?
Okay. So that's a good question. And that's a question that is timeless. Every day, every hour, I probably get DMs about, tell me what to invest in and all that. And that is one of the most dangerous questions to actually ask. And I'll say why I say that. I said, if you speak to a real estate person, if you come to me from a real estate angle, and that's why I love what I do, and you say, what should I invest in? What will I tell you? Stock? Lie. I'll tell you real estate. If you talk to someone that does forex trading, that what should I invest in? Excuse me, will he tell you real estate? He will tell
No.
you forex trading, Abby. The stockbroker, what will he tell you? Stock broking, right? So what is the point? The point is, you see, you get to a stage where you are knowledgeable enough to know that, you know what, or you're working with someone who is knowledgeable enough to say, you know what, this is the kind of asset allocation we should do for our money. So we need to have about 40% of this in this asset because it's a protective investment. We need to have about 60% here in it in a growth asset because that's the one that's going to do the work for us. In that thing, we need to divide it X, Y, Z. It needs to have this kind of target. There's so much more to it than the way people randomly invest and say, I put all my money in XYZ. And it is one of the most dangerous things that a
It's
newbie
so
investor
risky,
can do.
Tolu.
It's
It's
even
so
great if you have
risky.
small money, so you know you are starting. So if you are starting with kobo, that's fine. But please, when you start having money that is not small money, it is wisdom for you to actually work with someone to help you do that strategic planning. Because unfortunately, for some people it was like I was making noise, but now some people are going to be affected because if 90% of their money was in one thing and that thing blows, that's the end. They're back to 10 just because they didn't do this thing. They didn't have a strategic financial plan. So it's the wrong question to ask. Again, I can tell you that, you know what, there's an opportunity in XYZ. But even, I mean, let me even say there's opportunity in real estate. Real estate in which country? Real estate in which state? What type of real estate? Is it land or is it bungalows? Is it bungalows or duplexes? Is it duplexes or detached houses? There's so much to know about it. And this is why I think people keep making the mistake of investing erroneously. You have no idea. Some people say, oh, I invested in real estate, it didn't work for me. The truth is, you don't understand it because the people who understood it, it's working for them, except the people that are lucky. But luck is for me is like lotto. What are the chances of you being a lucky winner?
Exactly.
Why
And
would
you don't
people
even,
rather want to
Tolu,
have?
how much do you
Why would
even
people
have?
rather want to work? Have the knowledge to know what you're doing. You don't want someone who is
Exactly.
being to operate on you if you have a heart disease. You won't do that.
Tolu, another thing that I just want to add to buttress what you said is also that, you know, you say you want to, what's the best investment right now? It also depends on the kind of funds that you have. It also
Correct.
depends on the kind of money you have. How much the money that you're using, did you borrow it? Did you borrow it? What's the time with which you have to pay back?
You
What
have
kind
to
of
return
interest are
the
you
money
paying
and
back
the
on it
interest
for
rate.
you to be able to make the right decision that would yield
Correct.
you enough interest to pay back your loan and still be profitable?
So I mean, that thing you just said is absolutely true. When I tell people that I wouldn't work with you if I don't have a holistic picture, because some people come and they're looking for, oh, I just need something for 1 year. They don't tell you what the caveats are on it and all that. And their asset, I mean, take for example, I had a client who said I want to buy the asset in January and sell it next in December. And I said, who does that? All right, you know what? I was like, you know what? I'll do you a favor. I'm in real estate, but I also help people with financial plans, strategic financial plans. And by the time I did the analysis for her, I was like, babe, you have no business investing in real estate with the thing you are trying to achieve. You see, and it started making me very, very wary of people who don't know what's going on and they just heard and they're looking for someone that will hopefully, in quote, hopefully just help them make that asset. I mean, Ara event here is saying, true, I was a victim of investing in real estate, so I can relate to what you're saying. I mean, that's the truth. I don't like to work. I mean, for my high portfolio clients, I don't if I don't know where it's coming from, what the terms are, what you have as a backup. Because for some people now, and I'm so glad I'm not getting any calls telling me, Tolu, please, that investment, we need to liquidate it. I'm broke. I don't have money. I don't want to work that way because that's the wrong position to be in. Which brings me to one more point.
Exactly.
You see, this time that we're
Yeah.
in, there are those who are prepared and are waiting for the opportunities, and they started coming in. And there are those who are not prepared, but that's okay because for every time you're not prepared, it's a consciousness that you need to be prepared for the next time. And what is it that you need to do against the next time? Because for some people now it's protection. How can I cut my costs? How can I make some money? And for some people it's like, I have the money now, so let's make a killing. Let's move this money from wherever it's coming from. Let's move the wealth our way. So you may find yourself that you're in one or the other, but whatever it is, it's okay. The point is that to be clear that this is what I want to have, this is where I want to go, this is what I need to do, and those are some of the things that we are trying to address in our the Telegram group I spoke about earlier, the one we just set up to try and get people talking about these things because people don't know. We just think people know, but they don't know. They don't know.
Tolu, thank you so much. Talking about people not knowing. So, part of the reason why I put together this conference is because I realized that there was a disconnect between myself and a lot of people that follow me. Because some of the things that come to me easily, or some of the things that I do, I always had the idea that, oh, there are women like me. They know they're on the same level. But then after having some kind of conversations, I realized that apparently, Toyosi, these things that you do is actually quite aspirational for a lot of people. The way that you are able to analyze these things because of the kind of knowledge I am exposed to, because of the kind of people like you that I have around me, constantly saying, what's going on here? Toyosi, okay, this one is it, this one is it. I decided, you know what, we need to do this. And honestly, people do not know. Because Tolu, if people know the way that people invest their money in short term, very risky nonsense. Sometimes I hear it and I'm like, did you actually do that? And then unfortunately, before they will come to you, they
I
would have
did it
lost all the
too.
money. They would have lost all the money. And you will just be, the only thing you can do is just honestly, just pity them. Because if they are, Tolu, some of us here tonight, that we can testify to, there was a time that our parents really fell victim of this nospecto oil. I don't know if you remember that event. My mother
I saw.
and her sisters did not recover from it.
Hmm.
And that's because of lack of knowledge. And a lot of people have also fallen into something that is, that is similar to that. Even people who are our age that are supposed to be, I mean, quote and unquote, know these things and are exposed. So when you say that people need to get financial knowledge, it's beyond you trying to market what you do. It's actually a very, very, very valid advice. So that you know that, okay, this money that you have, oh, if you put it in this thing, it take you 3 years before you can get any investment from it. So if you're going to put it, you put it and just forget about it. And you said something about getting prepared. Honestly, opportunities will come. Only those who are prepared will take advantage. Then you think they did juju. No, it's just something that they've been doing. And guess what? Like Tolu said, it is strategic planning. It doesn't just fall on you. It's something that you have been preparing yourself for this time. So when it comes, you just key into it. It's like lock and key relationship, and that's where people just make the biggest, impact in terms of like their finances. So Tolu, thank you so much for breaking this thing down for every one of us here. Like, this is so good. I'm
For
gonna
the
go
record,
straight
I
ahead.
fell victim to a lot of those scams myself over a decade ago. I remember Nospeko, I went to their office. I remember thinking something's not right here, and I pulled out. So I've been
Hmm.
on this journey for quite a while. It looks like it was last week or last year. No, it's not. And I did a few of those scams myself. Like I was like, oh my god. But after a while, I began to see the pattern, and it was part of what made me reach out to my financial mentor. They, just like what we're doing now, they came to train while I was working, and I said, look, everything you said, I've seen it, I've experienced it, and I know that what you said, you are making sense. Please, I want to
Hmm.
work with you. And honestly, as far as I'm concerned, it was fantastic. So I've fallen victim, I mean, myself. So I can relate with anyone here who has and all that. We don't need to feel embarrassed. Where it's part of the process sometimes when we don't get this information earlier or we don't seek it out ourselves. Just so you know that I've been there. I've been there.
Okay, Tolu. My next question is this, and honestly, this one, some of us, me too, I had to fall from the table, and it's important we talk about it because as women, we have tendencies to be very reckless. Some days back, one of the sessions, somebody said the Holy Spirit told her that the way you are spending money recklessly, I do not like it, and it's such a thing. So somebody said, what are the basic rules of spending, like spending with sense? Because honestly, when it comes to buying, some of us, we don't have the sense. I'm not even going to lie. I'm not going to form that, oh, I don't fall, I fall victim. I'm being honest. So please tell us.
I'm looking at all my shoes now, and they are. It's like one quarter of what I used to be. I'm a shoe freak, so I understand. I can go shop, come back 2 boxes full of shoes. So I totally relate. So rules of spending. There are a few key rules. Number one, pay yourselves, right? And by pay yourself, let me explain. Government takes their own portion of your money. If you are a tithe believing Christian, you give you give the government takes their own, right? But for a tithe believing Christian, you give the second part to the church, right? Fantastic, or place of worship, whatever it is. Get another percentage for yourself, okay? That's what I we call, like, I like to call it your spa money or your bar money. So if you're a babe, nobody's angry. We willingly gave to the church to do the work of the Lord. We're happy, right? So now spend some for yourself, and that's the money that you don't play with. I call it the PIP, personal income payment. You have the personal income tax to government, personal income tied to the church, so personal income payment for yourself. Okay, and the reason we say that is because people go crazy when they don't have money allocated. It looks like you're not fighting that, but it's me that work for the money
Tolu,
now.
Tolu, sorry. Daring says we can't hear you. You're breaking. Can you change position?
Okay, let me see about this. Oh my God. This is like the third network. Is it better?
It's better now. So you have to go
Okay.
back to that sharing of the money, percentage for church.
Okay. Can you hear me now? Someone please type I can
Yes,
hear
we can
you.
hear you now.
Okay.
They
Spirit,
are
take
typing it now
control
that
of
it
this
is better.
network. Okay. So the same way you have the personal income tax for the government, personal income tied to the church, have the personal income payment for yourself. You work for the money, get that money, go to Toyosi store, blow yourself, knock yourself out. Just know that the money that you're supposed to spend is on that card. You don't spend more than that. So when the thing
Hmm.
says insufficient fund, remove the rest. So that's how you put, yes, remove the rest. Because the problem is when you have food money there, school for school fees money in the same account. That's how you will mistakenly spend your child's school fees, mistakenly spend your staff salary, mistakenly spend money you're not supposed to spend. So put it on a separate bank account card. That is what it's for. So whenever you go out with your girlfriends, you want to go out, check your account balance on that card. All right. This is the digital way of doing what we call the envelope system, because we tend to look at the bank balance on the account, but the
Hmm.
bank balance will not be money for only us. It could be other people's money for, I mean, meaning that money you pay for other things. So let it be that that card, like I have my own bank card now for Polaris. So when I'm playing for myself, it's Polaris card. So when that thing has finished, I know that my enjoyment money has finished. Then you now pay for the other things. When you get your money, you pay for the other things that are important immediately. So don't say I'll pay later, because later is the one that you have spent the money, you realize that you don't have enough. So pay, allocate the part for your rent, for your nanny, for the driver, for the salaries, for electricity, for water, for gas. The one for food, put it on a separate bank account too. Because with food, I remember I had 300,000 naira on a card once. And whenever I was towards the end of the month, we will be short of, the things we like: hot dogs, sausages, potato chips. That's why I started withdrawing 300K till I withdrew 300K on top food, and my children are not fat. Since I did not see the evidence of the food money on them, I've stopped that. We do boarding house style. When is the end of when it's towards the end of the term and our provision are finished, what do we do?
You
Auntie
you will
Jeremy,
live with
what
it.
do
That
we
you'll be
do?
drinking Gary. You will drink
You
anything that
drink
you
the
have. You will drink Gary
Gary.
now. You drink
Did you
Gary.
die?
Hmm.
I didn't die. You didn't
Hmm.
die. And the reason is because
Hmm.
if I can spend 300,000 naira on food over a period of time, just withdrawing small money here to top up to the month end and all that. And I said the money finished. I was still saying, where's my 300,000? I didn't say
Hmm.
minus the 20K I withdrew. I was still calling it 300,000 just to let you know how your money is behaving. All right. So we act as if we would die, we do without. But the truth is, you you will survive if you do without that thing. And if you tell yourself that you are not telling yourself that, don't go and touch the money you have said you used to pay off the mortgage. Oh. Don't go and touch the money you said you allocate for your investment account. Oh. Don't go and touch
Hmm.
the money that you're supposed to use to pay off the next
To pay
installment
school
for that plot
fees,
of
pay
land. Oh.
salary. Hmm.
Exactly, don't go and touch that money that for your children's school fees. So you have set up a system that is giving you alarm bells to trigger you to make sure that you don't do the wrong things. So that is how you capture yourself. you first of all sort yourself out so that it won't be as if I'm the one, I've just been saving. I've just been investing. Put money out for yourself so you can take care of yourself. So you're not annoyed that you didn't take care of yourself. If something comes up, do without it, or wait till the next month. Wait till the next month. If another salary is coming, wait till the next
Thank you
month.
so much. Tolu, I will not lie. Like this thing you just said makes a lot of sense. And food is something that a lot
For
of people don't
women.
pay attention to.
Yeah.
Dear moms, I just want to say to you guys, if you want to know what you have been doing, if you know that you have been misbehaving with food, I want you to, in this month, pay attention. Tolu, I did it. I started
I have
writing it down.
I've just done it again. Corona food prices. I've just
It's
adjusted.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ah, it's ridiculous. And because you are even at home now, you just be consuming the thing. You are consuming. You are consuming. Before you know what's going on, like you said, you will think there's money there. When you go and check, there's no money. You are wondering where is this money? And because maybe you didn't buy shoe, I mean, which is the thing that we feel that we should be guilty for. But you
Yeah.
know, food,
Keep
we
going.
have to be disciplined with it. We have to be disciplined with it. It's very important because you will think it's a normal occurrence. It's a normal, food is nature. I'm a jeun. But there is a way that you can eat your entire destiny. I'm being honest. Only when I did that thing,
That's
I was shivering. I told my husband, I said, wait, is this how much we actually spend on food? And honestly, if you don't sit down to write this thing, to pay attention to it, I'm telling you, you will continue to spend like this. When you find out, you nearly have a heart attack. So it's important that we actually, pay attention to food, like Tolu has said. Also, another thing that I do that I think is important to share with everyone also is that apart from paying myself, when I also pay myself, Tolu, I also share what I paid myself. I still share it because I realize that as parents, as moms, because there is this thing about us that when we have money, we would have finished spending it on the family before we realize that, oh my God, I'm a human being. And then you will now start getting upset. And you see that moment when you get upset, you lose your sense of discipline. I'm being honest. You're in a place where, what is it safe? After all this hard work, only me, I will not look after myself. Then you now go ham. I see, Tolu, I'm reporting myself to the whole world. When I want to go ham, I go ham and go and buy shoe, ridiculous amount of money. I come back home with the shoe. I'm happy because I feel like I'm justified. At least I'm the one working for the money. But weeks later, I will not come back with buyer's remorse and be like, Toyosi, you didn't have to go, you didn't have to do this. Because the truth is, how many times are you even going to wear these shoes? And that's after spending, when I'm saying like 600, 700 pounds on a pair of shoes. It will make me happy immediately. But later, what is the effect that it's going to have? So don't ignore yourself as a mom. Don't forget yourself as a woman. There is no wholesomeness if you're not taking care of yourself. And part of taking care of yourself, like Tolu said, is going to the spa. When I was in Nigeria, I had my subscription plan with Oriki. Every single month, I would go there and go and lie down. That was my own enjoyment. That was my
yeah.
enjoyment because at the end of the day, the body, the vessel that I'm using to make the money, I need to
You need
recharge
to
it.
take care of it.
I need
Yeah.
to take care of it. So it's really important. Don't forget yourself, and then you will now lose discipline. And then you start to, you start to spend money anyhow. Bumi, you are shading
Unhealthy.
me, calling me delivery woman. Don't worry, me and you, we understand. We understand. So thank you so much, Olu, for throwing all of this light. I just wanted to say something that this live is going to end in a bit. I think I should even end it so that we can
Yeah.
come back and then we tidy up and then we can, wrap this up. But before we go, somebody said this is the truth, Toyosi, because we always make our children our priority and forget to treat ourselves sometimes. Once you realize, you just go crazy saying you need to treat yourself. Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that's
And if you're
where
not
we can
careful,
go. That's where we cannot be excessive. We don't.
exactly.
We not overdo it, and that's where
Mm.
say, you know what? Let's have a plan. How do we want to do it? How frequently do we want to do it? Because I've been there myself. I would go on holiday and shop for the whole family, and they'll say, "Shebi, you went on holiday," and I'm like, "But
What did
the
you buy for
children,
yourself?
they." So we have to find a way to work on it, and we can do it.
Okay, guys. So I'm going to turn this off now. Let's come back right immediately as we've been doing. Thank you so much.
Okay.
See you guys in a second.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you so much everyone for joining back. We hope Tolu joins back immediately so we can finish up. There are just a couple more questions for us to ask her. So is Tolu back? Okay, Tolu is back. Let's quickly add her back. And yeah. Okay, so we're waiting for Tolu to join in and then some other people to come back. Okay, great. Tolu, you're back. So Tolu,
Yeah.
we've done you've just given us, the basic rules of spending, and thank you so much for that. And for all the little things that you said that are very eye opening, because honestly, we need to continue to remind ourselves of these things because life is so busy, different things come at us, goes, and if we're not intentional, we will forget. Honestly, we will forget. So, reiterating it, hearing it and saying, oh, that lady at Toyosi's conference said this thing that day. I'm going to be intentional about it. These are the little things that actually makes a difference because by the time you're faced with all the things that happen in your life, all these things will just disappear in your head and you'll be doing the one that you're doing. And I've been saying this since Wednesday that ladies, women, moms, please remember something. You cannot wing it and say you are threading the path of wholesomeness. It is not. It doesn't come by winging it. It doesn't. It's by strategic planning. And for some of us, it might look like, oh, Toyosi is excessive with her planning. She's excessive with this. Because I understand myself. I know that once I let myself go, everything will fall apart. Everything will fall apart. And it's important for you to know yourself. When you know yourself, you know where your shortcomings are, and you are able to actually pay attention to them. That's the only way that you can, you can be on the path to wholesomeness and continue to tread that path. Because wholesomeness is not like a destination; it's something that is continuous. It's not something that, oh, I have gotten to London, so we're in London now. I'm at wholesomeness. No, it is a continuous thing that happens in your life, and it comes with little improvements here and there. It comes with ensuring that this one wasn't working for me last season of my life. I need to work on it this season. Oh, this wasn't working last time. I need to, fix this. Oh, so my mentor said she gave me feedback on this. I need to work on it. So awesomeness is not a destination. It is actually a journey of, it is a journey of forever. So we just need to continue to make little improvements in our life every single day towards this journey. So Tolu, thank you so much. I'm going to go on to my next question. And somebody said, can Tolu share with us at least maybe two tools that one can use to track financial activities? She said, I have tried it before to do by myself and it didn't work. Are there tools that Tolu can share with us to track our financial activities? So Tolu, please.
Okay, so that's an excellent question. Depending on which part of the world you're in, but let's start with Nigeria. So me, for example, I use the envelope system, and I use the digital envelope system. And what that basically means with my Excel, it's not complicated. So I have an Excel sheet. I write out this is how much I my basic or my regular that it's like a minimum for me. I put that in there. I already have it allocated, like for myself, for my kids, for investment, for the nanny, for the lesson teacher, etc., etc., till it balances out that the 10K that came in, this I'm going to spend 10K, right? So I have that. Then I have new tabs. You know when you create a new tab for the another
Excel
month, right?
tab.
To see
Yeah.
how I spent it. So I just duplicate that for the next month and then adjust again, right? And then because I have different accounts for different things, is what happens is this: once I get the money, I immediately pay out everybody that needs to be paid out. So their money is not sitting with me. So the only money that is typically sitting with me is money for food, which goes to a specific account, money for myself, which goes to another specific account, money for maybe investment pending when maybe something like that, and and at that account, then an account for my royalties from my digital assets. So basically, I have about four accounts. So that way, whenever I want to know where I am or what I've earned on that, I can see that. Where I am on food, I can see that. Where I am on this, I can see that. So that's one way of doing it, and I quite enjoy that because I'm constantly on Excel spreadsheets anyway, so I'm used to that. But that doesn't work for everybody. So for Nigerians, for example, there's an app called Find Rich. All right, on Instagram here, it's available on Android
Tolu,
devices
please, can
only.
somebody help us type it out? Can somebody help us type
Find
it
Rich.
out, please?
So when you're finding, the same when you define something, find FIND REACH. Find Rich,
Okay.
okay? So Find Rich is a Nigerian app that allows you to check. They actually have access to your SMS, for example, and they will tell you that you spend so. In fact, just look at it. They'll tell you for the last 1 month, since 1st of April to 30th, You spend so on ATM, you withdraw so number of time, they'll break it down for you so you can get, find Rich,
There is
REACH.
REACH.
Yeah, thank you for that, Joe. All right, so Find Rich is another fantastic app. If you are known, I am. Most of these are asking for BVN as the way of verifying that it's you, but I don't think they do. When I started with them about 2 years ago or so I didn't need it then. All right, but they're good to go. They're legit. So Find Rich is one. Piggy Vest is another Nigerian application that you can use. Piggy
I've heard of
Vest.
Piggy Vest.
So that's PIGGYVEST. All right, and I'm talking about from the budget managing system. They have investments on their platform as well. A few of them I'm not sure about, but quite a few others are also good. But let's see how it goes because of what's happening in the economy. So that's Find Rich, Piggy Vest. I can't remember any other one that
Is
was together.
Carry Wise? What is Carry Wise? I've heard about it, but I don't know. I never probed.
Kawi Rise, I'm not sure it has a budgeting platform. I haven't used it. There are quite a few out there. So I haven't tried that one yet. If I remember correctly, I remember checking it out, but I can't remember the details. So I can't say authoritatively on that. But those are alternatives for people in Nigeria. For people outside the country, there are loads of the YNAB. You need a budget. YNAB, fantastic app. I think they have a free version and a paid version. You have every dollar, that's EVERY, then dollar, DOLLAR. Yeah, every dollar. You have Mint, MINT. You
Okay, I
have
know Mint.
Expensify, that's expensive, then FY, Expensify. There's Mint, MINT. So there are quite a few of those applications out there, especially when you're abroad. Quite a few. If you even check if you Google them, there's one called Wallet. I think it's Wallet, yes. So quite a few there. But for those of us um, locally, for pure budgeting, for example, and Find Rich is a good one.
Okay, thank you so much. Oh, somebody said they yanked it off. They said Piggyvest has yanked off the budgeting
Oh,
platform.
well, I like I said, I don't use that. I told you I use mostly my Excel and the envelope system to check out. I have a
Okay,
system that works for
Tolu,
me, but you
I
can
want to
use that.
ask you about the Excel system that you use. Is it
Okay.
something that people in your community can have access to? Like, if my people, if they come over and then they sign up or whatever, is it something that they can have access to? Because I feel like that Excel ones, with the way you explained it,
Ask,
it sounded really really detailed. It sounded really easy. It sounded like something that you would just put the numbers and it would, of course, Excel would automatically do its extrapolation. It's
your
something that
calculation.
they can have
Actually,
access to if they are
you're
part of
you're
your
right.
community.
That's a fantastic idea. I actually have a video on how to use the template. The template actually is part of what people pay for on some of the courses. But with the suggestion you've just said, I think it's a fantastic idea. I will see if I will extract that and see about people who sign up on our email list. I'll share that out. So join the Telegram group. I'll give you the link to sign up to our email list and I'll share that out. That's an excellent idea. Fantastic. I'll do that. I'll do
You
that
guys, you owe me
with the
money.
video.
You people, you owe all of you that are sitting down here, you owe me money this night because I've brought too much value. Now Tolu is coming to say she wants to share with you guys for free. Thank you so much, Tolu. God
Yeah,
bless you.
of
I
course.
really,
No
really
problem.
appreciate it. So you guys go to Tolu's page, go and sign up to the Telegram group. You will get a lot of financial knowledge, advice and all of that. And then now she's saying she wants to give you people free. Hmm. You guys, you have no idea what value this is. Anyway, so we move on to the next question, Tolu.
Awesome.
Um, um I've asked about how to maintain your finances. Okay, so somebody said, what steps should women take in the next 3 to 6 months regarding their finances because of COVID-19? Bumi, I will send you my account number, definitely.
I think
Definitely.
she's talking about my own account number. Why do you think
No,
it's your account number?
she's talking about my own.
Okay. So, what steps can women do in the next 3 to 6 months? It's a fantastic question. So, there are two levels to this. Okay, that's my own recommendation. First level is like you rightly said, COVID-19 and the global impact, and then the local impact on us. It's going to affect the cost of produce. It's going to affect to some extent some of us our income. So, assume with the working with the worst case scenario, what I tell people to do is adjust and adapt quickly so that you're already maintaining that level of you know what, in the event that this doesn't happen, you don't get the money you thought you get. What's the alternative for hot dog? What's the alternative for XYZ? Just look for alternatives for things that you can find locally that may be cheaper. We had this experience during the last recession. We're worried that we may be going to another one. But what it is, I mean, even today we went shopping and we were struggling to get quite some things. And I said, you see, it's already begun. So let's start adapting our family's taste to what we can possibly find locally. Even local is still an issue, especially for raw produce that are coming from different parts of the
Of
country and the
Nigeria,
restriction of
yeah.
movement and all that. So keep that in mind. But the point is, what I tell people off the bat right now is, you know what, whatever you're getting, cut it in half and tell yourself this end of April with half of their pay. That was actually their reality. For some people, that reality might be 3 months' time or 6 months' time. So how much more if you're collecting 100K, you tell yourself, you know what, let's act like we get half of it. So if you actually get your full pay for the next 3 months before something, God forbid, happens, and you're being told to go on half pay or no pay, you would have had 3 months extra pay that you kept aside because you were working with half of it initially. So if you are spending 50K May, June, and July, but you collected 100K, that means for August, September, October, you have another 50K to keep your family running for an extra 3 months. So it's almost like you're pushing funds. It's almost like you stretched out your living by being prudent today. Obviously, nobody's going to like it, but God forbid something happens. Your kids will be like, Mom, Dad, we're not even feeling like something happened because you prepared them from that angle. And if nothing happens, what you have bulk some money
You
that
have
you can
nothing
use
to
for an
lose.
opportunity. You now have money that you may not have saved to take to exploit an opportunity that could come your way. So you can see that it works two ways. It can help you in two ways. All right. So that's the bottom level when you attack. When they say you attack a problem from the bottom. So another way to attack it from the top is, you know what? Go out there and tell yourself that there's no money there's no money coming from where you expect it to be. You got 10 days to make some money. What would you do? How would you say that I stoop to conquer? Which client are you gonna reach out to? Who are you gonna say, you know what? I need to reach out to you. You've been saying you wanted me to do this for you. Let me help you do it. I can show you some value. Oh, you wanna I mean, if Tiffany Amber, okay, can start making medical wear supplies, then who are you not to pivot? Tell your clients, oh, this is what else we can do for you. We know that businesses are going to tough time. We understand, and this is how we want to add value to you. So look at how yourself in your individual company can add value, leveraging tech skills for yourself or leveraging your network. I mean, look at the way Toyosi is bringing value to us. You need to find a way to add value so that you can at least see how you can, instead of making that 100K, 50K, you are actually still able to earn 100K. And guess what? Even earn more. As we speak now, I know people who are signing up for online training courses. And so some people are actually making more money even in these times. All right. So why can't that be you? What is it that you can actually trade? What service can you actually offer so that you are making more money instead
More
of losing
money.
money in the time? So as you are prepared as if you won't, your mindset is going like, I need to make this cheddar. I can do something. Let me do something. Just keep fishing around, looking around. As long as you keep interested, you can do something. Then there's the third class of people. Those are the people that are actually prepared, right? They've been preparing for this opportunity. I mean, I was just talking one or two people about some transactions earlier today and all that. And I was like, you see, the transactions are already coming in. So those are people who are looking for, actively seeking the opportunities to take advantage of. So it's
To
not a case,
invest.
yes, that it's not a case of, oh, I'm worried about my income per se, but I have some money. I have protective funds to make sure that even if that happens, I'm okay. But I have money now that I want to use to go for an opportunity that house that I couldn't afford, or that investment I didn't qualify for, I can now qualify for it because of what's going on. All right. So you can see that you can find yourself in all three. You can find yourself most likely in one or two. But the point is, there is an opportunity. There's something you can do over the next 3 to 6 months. Start adapting. Start being innovative. You will survive because it's the strongest that adapt, that thrive in the future. And that's the future I hope for everyone here.
Amen. Thank you, Tolu. God bless you. I need to quickly put a point out from based on what you said.
Okay.
Yesterday, Nkiru said to us that one of the things that people need to do right now to continue to be relevant is to do a skills audit. And indirectly, Tolu, you just said that now. Guys, if you were not here yesterday, Nkiru said you need to do a skills audit. So you check yourself. Where am I right now? What other skill can I monetize? When you check the skill that you can monetize, you can actually gauge the level where that skill is. Does this my skill, does it need sharpening? If it needs sharpening, you will use this period to quickly do the sharpening, so that by the time that skill becomes, what you can milk, you can monetize it to the fullest. But when you don't do your skills audit, you're just sitting there and hoping that, oh, you know, get as you go bid and go pay my salary. I'm sorry to break it to you. What other things that the other things you know how to do will just continue to be in you, and it will be useless, especially when these things happen to you unplanned. Tolu mentioned to us when she started talking today that her husband lost his job, and they didn't prepare for it, they didn't plan it. But guess what? Because they were quick to adapt, they looked at, of course, I'm sure they looked around and said, okay, what thing can I do right now, instead of sitting here. Now you have a big opportunity, and the opportunity is the fact that now these people have come now to come and pull your ear and say, what other thing can you do? Start taking it now. If you need to train, if you need to learn. The last 2-3 months, Tolu, all the courses I have bought, I am telling you, I have not studied in the last 2-3 months. I haven't studied this much since after I qualified ACCA. I'm being honest with you. Every single day, as the boys are studying, I'm also studying, because I paid for this thing. They've literally been here, and then I've been dealing with the guilt of, oh, how come I pay for this thing? I'm not using it. The last 3 months, my brain is on a different level, and it is showing up in all the things that I'm doing, because information is useless until you apply it, until you start to use it. That's when it becomes knowledge. That's when it becomes valuable. You are, piling on these things. Begin to try these things out. That digital marketing you learned 1 year ago, 2 years ago, even if it was a free course, start practicing it now on people around you. Let me help you do this thing. I want to see how good I am. So that if you need a little bit of help, you can easily say, okay, you know what, this one I don't get it. I don't get it clearly. Let me go and ask for help. So that even if I want to monetize it, I will go to that monetization point valuable, not half-baked. Tolu, you wanted to say something? Please go ahead.
You said a fantastic point. I just remembered volunteering. I mean, a lot of us want to be like, pay money, pay me money, pay me money. But I
Hmm.
wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't volunteer to quite a few of my mentors back then. I remember it was purely innocent of, I just want to understand what's going on. And I wouldn't be here today, I promise you, if I wasn't volunteering first before I had to start paying for quite a few things. I remember I told you my financial mentor, he trained us. I said, I want to even know what you are doing. Can I come when you have events? He said, okay, fine. And after a while, he said, you can actually do this thing. I said, it's not me. He said, we do trainings. You've been following us, I think, and you seem to be interested. And that's how I trained with him. Then after I trained with him, I started training with him on actually coaching clients and getting paid. I got back the money I paid him to train. I started training corporates. I still remember one of my trainings, I suddenly saw my neighbor. And my neighbor was like, if I knew you did this, I wouldn't have come here. I would have just come to you, you know. But this was something that started from me being interested and volunteering. So a lot of us are not, I mean, some of us, that's why I said stoop to conquer. Because we can be so proud and we so, but who am
Hmm.
I and all that. Look, babe, when you make that money, you're going to be the one telling that story. It takes I mean, I respect my husband a lot. It takes a lot for me to be able to say my husband lost his job. We had so many insecurities about what is wrong with us, why are we the one this is happening to, and all that. But it really wasn't about us. It happened to several other people in the company at the same time. It wasn't something we internalized that way. All right. So I respect him because he's able to let me share that story, because it was really a pivot in our lives. So I don't know what is a
Hmm.
pivot in your life now, but be ready to be humble and say you want to learn, be interested. I'm sure it's going to change your life if you really decide to pay attention to what the times are saying and if you apply yourself to it. I just wanted to add that
Guys, I
quickly.
hope Tolu just shattered one table that is so big on my heart when it comes to volunteering. And I honestly hope that there are a lot of especially content creators, these young people who say they are social media managers. Lade, I can see that you are here. All these other people who are bloggers, who are all these people who do this social media stuff and all these things. I just want to put this out there. And this is my position, irrespective of what anybody thinks. A lot of people just want to start from here and then fly up there, forgetting that the knowledge and discipline you need to actually stay, that staying power in a particular trade or in a particular business, you learn it from studying, understudying other people. And, it's not, there are two, what's the word now? Volunteering and genuinely studying people and just wanting to be a spy, they are two different things. They would come and say they want to intern, and then what they are doing is totally against what they've said they've come to do. I've had experiences with people who say they want to intern with Desire 1709, and Tolu,
I would go and maybe somebody has come to work for the first day, and then I will go and look on your Instagram. You have pictures from different parts of my store on your Instagram. Are you here to take picture? Are you here to create content for your Instagram page? I'm saying this because these things kind of, it has its roots in so many things. You said people should be humble. People should be willing to actually learn. So when you step out and say you want to really go and learn, don't go there with the mindset that, let me go and work with Tolu. I will work with Tolu for a bit. I'm just going to go and spy. Next thing Tolu is going to know is after 2 months, you say you want to leave. The next thing you want to go and set up a business. And then I'm not saying don't go and start your own thing, but the truth is your intention before you go and do that internship is very important. Else, you will not learn anything. You won't. And when you don't learn anything, it becomes a waste in the long run, because then you now say, oh, they didn't teach you anything. No, it is the intentions of your heart that prevented you from actually learning what is going to help you get to the next level. Tolu went to go and literally steward somebody else. Do you understand? She didn't see it as, anything that had to do with pride. And you see, this pride issue, people need to deal with it. Me and Derry had a conversation the other day. I said, Derry, a lot of people who are in fashion business make decisions that are ego-laden. And the truth is, this is the reason why you see a lot of fashion businesses hardly survive. The business starts and it dies really quickly, because most of the decisions are not made from the point of realistic, financial. I mean, what's the word now? They're not made from people's I don't even know the word to use, but you get what I'm saying, Tolu. They don't make decisions that are informed. But because you want people to feel that, oh, you have arrived, oh, you are this person, oh, you are that person. I just said it here today that if I do my analysis and it works out that leaving the physical store open doesn't make sense, I'm going to shut it. And I don't owe anybody an explanation. So we need to remove ego from it first. Remove ego from all these things, and then don't go out there wanting to go and learn from people just because you want to go and covet. It won't help you. It won't. It won't. I've seen it so many times. I've experienced it so many times. And I'm like, they leave you and they can't do nothing. And I'm like, you see, you lost your opportunity to genuinely learn. I'm telling you, a lot of people, I'm so happy that someone like you who is at this stage in your life, you're telling us that you actually did this and you still even paid somebody to teach you. Because sometimes what you don't pay for, you don't value. And that's my position. What people don't pay for, they don't value sometimes. So it makes a lot of sense. And for you to continue to be financially relevant and independent, you need all these things. It's not just about making of the money. There are attributes and characters that comes with, making, growing, and really, skyrocketing your money. If you have the wrong attitude, you're going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes. And one of the things that destroys people a lot, especially entrepreneurs, is pride. It's pride. Tolu, you told us about how somebody went out as a millionaire's wife and now she's a virtual assistant. I can just imagine, that place if she was somebody who was filled with pride. She won't do it. And right now she'll probably be in penury, just complaining and wallowing in anger. Meanwhile, it's something that you could have just, remove all the shoulder pad that you have and step into real life.
Yeah.
So Tolu, thank you so much. I mean, I'm so grateful that you hit, and I like the fact that these things are interwoven, because really there is really no money without good character. Tolu, in someone that doesn't omoluabi grow wealth. If you don't have that, what's the word now? I don't even know the Yoruba word to even use.
Good training, home
So
training.
good training. You can't. You can't. It doesn't. It's not like somebody is cussing or something. No, it won't work. It won't. My last question to you before you go and before you give us your parting word. Somebody said, how can financial independence contribute to a woman's wholesomeness?
Oh, that's a phenomenal question. And the answer is, if it's a question that can it contribute, definitely yes. Definitely yes, on many levels. So I know most of us, for example, have mothers or grandmothers that were not financially dependent, and
Hmm.
some of them were lucky enough to have good husbands who didn't make an issue out of it, right? But some of us didn't have fathers that treated our mothers well, and it was because they were holding the key, the what's it, the acts of money. You don't do what I do, I beat you with money, or I starve you of money, and it's not a great place to be. My
Hmm.
own situation personally was that I don't have brothers, I only have sisters, so we had this constant attack by my father's family to like, we're not children since we're not guys. So I remember there was that. It was just a lot, and I remember growing up, my mom always saying that, you see, that's why she's happy that she's, she has got her own money, so in a way that she's feeling comfortable that was last, I'll be okay. Because a lot of parents and moms do talk about how they stayed in the marriage because they didn't have the money to take care of the kids. And we talked about that, I think, the last post on my page, where there was a story about a girl just saying that I just did everything for my mom, and my mom is saying I suffer because of you and all that. And a lot of times, if it was something from a place of, I want to be able to do this for myself, I want to be able to do this for my kids, so that even if my husband is not there, we're not thinking of, that's my husband's job. The day and age we're in now, times are changing where it's one person that is even able to put in money in the house. So it's even becoming dangerous where it's only one person in the house. All right. So you want to have a situation where you can walk out of a bad situation, a bad marriage, a bad whatever terrible situation, or something as simple as losing a dad. I remember I was on a panel with someone, and the man said that he's not disrespect anybody, but that he personally would not never marry a housewife. That his mom was business, but was not attention to it. And then his dad died, and that just the little knowledge that his mom had gathered was what they used to manage the business, but that was never the same. And that he just kept thinking, if his mom didn't have that training, it was at an event by Find Rich, have that training and awareness about business and money, would have been so much worse for them. Okay, so I mean, it's not the case all the time, but when a woman is able to have her own money, she has her own rights. It's like you're coming to the table in a partnership where, I'm not saying you are not going to be submissive, but it's not a case of, because you don't have money, that's why you can't talk. It will be a case of, you're a worthy partner, and we talk about these things. You understand the value of money. When some men tell me that my wife doesn't, I don't let her know how much we earn and all that, I say, why are you hiding? That's why she cannot plan with you. She thinks you're earning 1 million, you're earning 500,000, so she's asking you for 700K. She doesn't know what you're earning. But when the woman herself is earning 500K, the man is earning, she thinks the man is earning 500K, 1 million. She's not annoyed too much, because the truth is, she has her own money. She can make her own decisions. She can contribute to this investment. She has a value that she's bringing to the table as well. I mean, I don't think that because you're a housewife, you can't bring value to the table. You don't work all the time sometimes, but sometimes when you can, you earn. But even while you're home, you are adding value, because those are things that someone would have been paid to do. All right, at least to some extent. So
Exactly.
you just need to find how you're adding value. That's it for me. It's so important for women these days. I mean, women are running the world now. It's a matter of time. I'm fearing
I
for men.
totally agree with you. I agree with you. Thank you so much, Tolu. That makes a lot of sense. Now, Tolu, I want to ask you for the final word. And by final word, I mean, like, what would you say to every one of us listening to you today that we need to do to get our money together, to really not the secure the bag that you said on social media, to really secure the bag?
Jumoke
Hello, Tolu, did you
Adenawa
hear me?
said that thing, Yeah, I heard you. Jumoke Adenawa said that thing, and it was powerful. She said, if you're financially dependent, like in the sense of you have some money to your name and you can walk away from a relationship, that's when you can submit. Because the truth is, despite the fact that you have the money, you're like, you know what, I still respect your authority and I submit to it. But as a
And that is
woman that
true,
does
and
not
that is
have
true
money,
submission.
that you don't have
And that
any
is true
choice, you are
submission.
obeying because you don't have. I mean, I thought it was a fantastic example. I held on to it. So thanks for that, Kate, for me. So how can women sorry, rephrase what you said very quickly.
No, I said your final word to us to say, okay, guys, I'm leaving, but I want to leave you with this. If you want to really secure the bag, like real life secure the bag, these are two tips that I'm going to leave you with.
Number okay, I'm gonna leave you 3 tips. Number one, join the Telegram group, and I'll tell you why. You
Please, I
said
hope you
five
people
years,
are
four
writing.
years.
All of you that are here, I'm seeing you. I'm going to join the Telegram group. If I don't see you in the group, I'm going to come and drag each and every one of you one by one. All of you, I can see you.
I will trust you for that. So as to get on their tail. So that's the first thing. And I'll tell you why it's important, because of the second point. You spend 3 years, 5 years for your education to be what you're doing at your job. Even when you're a business person, you're constantly working with consultants, constantly taking online courses to be better at it. Now, the whole point of going to school and doing this business is for money. You will now, unfortunately, now have this money. Unfortunately, because you will have this money and not know what to do with it, how to go about what you need to do about it. I think it's a disservice. It's the absolute worst thing that's happened to, I mean, me, for example. I graduated, got my first job, went to my father, this is my money. Father blessed, he gave it back to me. And after that, I started doing loud spending. I didn't know any better. It was almost like, oh, I'm free at last. But I was not really free. I was not really free. I had no idea. Once my husband lost his job, I woke up and realized that my life had changed. All right. So that's why I'm talking about joining a free group, because we just started this free group. Normally we'll be paid. We just started this free group to say, you know what, let's share as much information as we can, because people don't know these things. And because if they knew it, I think people will be making much better decisions with their money.
Better
All right.
decisions.
So you have to invest
Yes.
in you have to invest in working with somewhere, and you call that person and say, where are they selling land? Where are they selling property? I want, and you go. You don't do that. You could have worked with any financial institutions. You say, I want to work with this financial institution because they have a good track record. So why won't you do that about your money? I think it's the worst thing any woman earning money anywhere, anyhow, could do to herself. So I encourage you, buy a book. I have a book here. Where's my book again? I published a book. We have the soft copy and the hard copy. You can buy that. I also encourage you, if you can, to read. So I've got a book. You can buy that on my Instagram handle. I've got my colleagues in the industry, like Aressa. She's got a fantastic book. We're actually working on doing a program around her book. There's so many things you could read out there to get you thinking and understanding what money is about. Because some of these things will look like an epiphany until you actually get into it. But for someone like you said to yourself, you've been in this game for a while, so for you it's like it's no big deal. You're at a different level, and you're going even higher. But you cannot move from zero, from baby crawling to start running. You're going to make mistakes. All right, you're going to jump into something and say, oh, because Tolu did it, you enter it. Next you hear that Tolu has left, you say, she left it. Why? You don't know. You have no idea. It's a big, big disservice. So for us as women, we have to work on getting educated about money, business, and investing, because that is what makes the world go around. I can tell you that much. You join the group by joining the link on my Instagram bio. I don't have any
Bio,
problem
yeah.
with that. You can send a DM to me.
Okay, so you said we should join the group, and then we should work with someone. Is there a last one? And
Work
then
with
books. Yeah,
someone,
you talked about
yeah, and
books.
then the book. Work with someone, and then, I mean, the whole point of it is that all these questions. Because I can tell you stock now, and I can tell you buy this stock, but you don't know when to sell the stock. And even nobody knows now that it's December 1st that you sell the stock, because there are things that we look away with. So I can't even come out and say this is the stock to buy now, because you have no idea, you have no clue. So it's either you've got to learn how to do this yourself, or you're working with someone who knows how to do it, so they're able to guide you as you take those decisions. So that's really the bottom line. Otherwise, it's just like the way we put money in Ponzi.
Yes. All sorts.
All right, the group is in my bio. The link to the group, sorry, is in my bio. The Telegram link.
The link to
If you
the
have any
group is in
difficulty,
Tolu's bio.
or send me a DM if you are having issues
Okay,
with it
guys.
for whatever
Tolu.
reason.
Okay, okay. Tolu, thank you so much. I just want to say this before you go, that if you know me very well, you know that I am an advocate of coaching. I'm an advocate of personal development. I have no limits. There is no limit to what I can pay somebody to teach me something, because I believe that this is what I always say. How long am I going to live on this earth, Tolu, that I'll be using my life to do trial and error? I'm not going to do that. So I would rather seek somebody who knows what it is that I'm trying to learn, or what it is that I'm trying to do, and then I would go and lean and just be listening to them. I'm currently working on improving my digital marketing skill. I pay somebody in America who has an e-commerce site and is doing so well. You would wonder why he's still a paying amount of money, but I know what it is that I'm looking for. I'm not going to be
Yeah,
using my
fine.
business to be playing
Kalu
Suwe and be
Kalu.
saying Eleje Yoje. No. So what you said is so valid, and because of how sensitive a lot of the things that has to do with financial investment, wealth creation, a lot of these things are very sensitive. When I mean sensitive, they are time sensitive, and they are like there are things that you will be able to make a spontaneous decision because of the knowledge that you have that I won't be able to. And let me tell you, that knowledge is what sets you apart from a lot of people. Somebody might in a split second, I might be losing all of my investment. And in that same split second, Tolu, you might be mopping in money for your client because you have that knowledge. So I totally buy the idea of, reaching out to people, learning from them,
especially now that Tolu even has a free community. You guys, you will be doing yourself a lot of disservice if you do not go and join Tolu's the Telegram group, and even take it beyond that. I know some of you who have, I mean, I know a lot of you guys here, and I know that you probably have some money somewhere. You're not sure what to do with it. Your bank is not going to give you any interest that makes any sense. So reach out to Tolu. Tolu is somebody that you can talk to and say, Tolu, I have this money. It's just been sitting in the account and not doing anything. I'm not even earning any interest. What can I do with it? So you guys, please go and join. And also, help me say big, big, big thank you to Tolu and every single person who has come here to come and bless us, to come and share knowledge with us. Honestly, I cannot say thank you to them enough, because these people are, high flying. Tolu has high net worth. Me, what do I have? But I mean, she has looked at us and she's like, you know what? For humanity's sake, I would do this. And Tolu, God will bless you. God will open amazing doors to you. God will honor you, most importantly. Thank you so much, Tolu. We really, really, really appreciate. Guys, I'm going to look out for all of you in the Telegram group. If I don't see you one-on-one, I will come to your DM and come and harass you. Thank you so much, Olu. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. I really appreciate this. Thank you. Thank you, sis. So today is not the last day, guys. We have a session tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and tomorrow we have Dr. Maimuna, because there is nothing about wholesomeness much more than your mental health. So Dr. Maimuna is going to be here talking to us tomorrow at 5 o'clock about, mental health and, how to be in the place where you are okay, because the truth is that some people are moving on the road, but they are scoring and they don't know. So Dr. Mimuna is here tomorrow to talk to us about mental health. Thank you so much, guys, and have a wonderful night. Tolu, my regards to your family. Bye, sis. Thank you. Bye, everyone. Bye.